Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. If you're stopping by, welcome to my live. My name is Cal, and yeah, if you're seeing this somewhere else, say for instance in another country, and it's not morning, well, good night, good evening, but now it's morning. I'm in the US, and I think it's like 6:12 a.m. So thank you for stopping by. So I'm on here just to talk about the situation in Jamaica with Hurricane Melissa. No, we all know that's devastating, and no one would wish that on their worst enemy, right? Even if you had an enemy there and you see something like that happen to them, trust me, you have to at least have that good grace and mercy to say, boy, no one deserves this. No, it happened already. And what are we gonna do about it? So for some reason, I just feel like I have to go live. I've been wanting to, and I just want to touch on some of the things that has been happening down there. I know some of you have um, been watching the TV, watching YouTube basically, and seeing all the updates. I mean, already the hurricane was a disaster, but seeing what is happening now, the aftermath, trust me, it's terrible. And we can understand that we're Jamaican and we're resilient, but guess what? For some people, it's not so good. You understand? Some people don't get the chance. Some people don't get the chance to go on the internet. Some people don't get the chance to go on the internet and tell their story. So remember, the only stories that we're seeing is the one that we are seeing, right? So I'm very concerned, and I've put together a GoFundMe, not just for my family, but for other people as well. And I have to say, I thank God that my family is okay, and thank God for my friends as well, and even surrounding neighbors and all the people that are saved. But I'm telling you, it is really bad. And when you see snippets of videos that people are posting online on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, reality just hits you, and for me personally, I feel like I'm not there to help, and I feel helpless. I feel totally helpless. That's exactly how I feel. No, I do have my plans. Guys, if you're just coming in on the live, my name is Carl, and I'm just coming on here just to talk about Hurricane Melissa, the situation with the aftermath in Jamaica, and yeah. But while we're talking, I'm doing my morning routine, which is brushing my teeth, getting my face clean. Then I'll have some coffee. Then after that, shower. Yes. So guys, one of the first things that I want to touch on is, you know what, let me put my hair together. Okay, guys, so one of the first things I wanted to touch on was, no, I don't want to make this seems like I'm trying to get myself involved in any of the unnecessary drama. Some of them, they're very unnecessary. But at this point, I'm gonna put my foot in everybody's shoes. I'll try to, right? I'll try to put my foot in everybody's shoes because, hey, my foot in a fit in everybody's shoes. Okay, so let's touch on this. So, for instance, the Buju Banton saga with Daryl Glass. No, this is me. This is my opinion. This is me, and this is my opinion. I feel like a Buju Banton is telling the truth. Now, who am I? I'm Colleen. So I feel like Buju Banton is telling the truth because him said that, and I just believe him, because it's not just today them being taking people's stuff out of barrels or even suitcase, right? It's not today. And then you wonder who's in charge, because the persons that are in charge, you're wondering, oh, they're allowing this to happen not just one or two times, but very, very often. And whenever I see stuff like this is happening so often, it's very concerning. No, Jamaica had a disaster, and people are coming together, man. Big up to Spice. Big up to all of the entertainers. Big up to all of Uno. Trust me, Uno make me feel proud to be a Jamaican. Big up to all of Uno. Spice, Buju. I don't know if you guys saw Spice on CNN recently. Let me turn my TV down because I don't want to get copyright. Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw Spice on CNN recently, and trust me, she's doing a lot. I'm not saying there's not people in the dark doing stuff, but yes, Spice highlighting what she's doing, and that's great, right? We love that. Buju Banton, all of them, Vibes Cartel, all of them. Trust me, all of them, the ones that, even the names that I don't call or didn't call, they're all doing that job for Jamaica. But guys, as I said before, I'm just touching on the Buju Banton part first, right? Let me turn this pipe up. Now, do I believe Buju? Yes, I do. Have I ever sent barrel to Jamaica and they stole anything from it? I'm not sure, because when I sent the barrel to Jamaica, I wasn't the one who picked it up. So I don't know if anything was stolen. But I went to Jamaica several times, and I'm not bashing my country, but it is what it is. You have to call the duck a duck. No, I went to Jamaica several times, and stuff was taken from my suitcase. Stuff was taken, and it's so sad. You know what hurt me the most? The fact that they took it, but I would say management don't hold nobody accountable. So no, you have to think deep, like wonder if management is a part of this. And in Buju's case, in Buju's case, no, I'm thinking from day one when Buju said they took the stove, I'm thinking, okay, all right, maybe it's not a big stove, because living here in America, you see different types of stove, right? You see camping stove, outdoor stove, especially with a hurricane, you think, so well, it's not a big stove, it's a small stove, right? So that's what I'm thinking, right? But I'm telling you, the stove got taken away, and I feel like this darling got taken away, and many more. You understand? So if Buju come out and voice him opinion and him concern, now me see some video that girl and say Buju need to apologize. Hey, if Buju not apologize, if he didn't say it's wrong, me don't continue believe him. You understand? And even if they didn't take his stove or his darling, I feel like they took something. Your barrel now left without something get taken. On top of it, Buju said they told him that there was no name on the cargo. So if there's no name on the cargo, them feel like, okay, no name not upon this cargo, so no, me can't take the cargo them. You understand? So I feel like they actually took Buju's Bujo stove and Starling. Hey guys, welcome to the live. If you're just joining, my name is Colleen, and yeah, I'm just doing my morning routine, and I felt like I wanted to come live, so I'm here. If you have anything to drop in the comment below pertaining to the actual title that I'm talking about, Jamaica Hurricane Melissa, you could drop it in the comment, but that's what we're talking about now. No, we're deep diving today. So we're going to section it down, like we're going to dissect, right? That's what we're doing. So if you guys are watching and you want to know what I'm using today on my skin, because you guys know that I'm a skincare girly, all right? So today I'm using Baby Glow Pacifica, and this is what I'm using today. And the reason why I use this today, I use my let me see, I used my ordinary glycolic acid last night, so now I need something soothing for my face, and this is why I choose this soap for my face today. Yeah, so let's touch back on Bujo thing. Yeah, let's touch back on Bujo thing right now. Now, I've seen some YouTubers saying that Daryl Vaz did a 24-hour investigation. No, wouldn't that be great if most of these murders in Jamaica, wouldn't that be great that they could investigate them in 24 hours accurately, right? Accurately. Not only efficient, but accurate. And because we need that, right? So Daryl Vaz said he did his 24 hours, well, within 24 hours investigation. No, that's sufficient. Would I want him on my team for being sufficient? Yes, I would. But guess why I wouldn't want him on my team? Because you cannot be sufficient getting the job done fast, but not getting it done accurately. We don't want it on the team. No, if you can prove that this is accurate, and actually, if you can prove that, hey, I'm going back on the drawing board. I did my investigation. I'm going back on the drawing board to just check to see if I actually got everything right. I didn't miss anything, right? I didn't miss anything at all. And if you can do that as a person, I say, hey, I might mess up because, you know, I did this investigation really fast and I thought I missed some things. So guess what? I'm gonna check. Now, if you did an investigation in 24 hours and that's efficient, right? We like that. But if it's not accurate, then you can't stay on the team. Now, did we like that you went to investigate? Yes. But what about the typical man? What about the typical person like me? What about me? When I come to Jamaica and if I reported that, hey, my stuff got stolen, would you investigate it that quick? No. And it's so sad that it has to be Buju Banton who went on the internet and say, hey, this is not working, you guys stole my stuff and it needs to stop. And you so quick investigate. That now works, sir. You need to look out for the people. Listen, credibility is a thing where if you lose it, it's going to take time to build back. And for me personally, I feel like credibility, if you lose it, listen, if you're not dead, we're not calling you dopey. That's my thing. Where I came from in Jamaica, that's my thing. I'm from Montego Bay, right? This is how we talk. I don't know if all Jamaicans do this, but we have some saying, especially if you grew up with your grandmother. If a man not dead, not call him dopey. So, this is why I said this. Daryl Vaz, you have more chance. Go back on the drawing board and go double check. No, we don't want you to check about Buju Barrel and Buju Starling and Buju Store. We don't want you to check about nothing about Buju. Check about the other people, them, the other real people, them, who they send them barrel come. Them send them barrel, you know, and stuff got stolen. Some people don't even bother to report it because they just can't deal with it. Because they know, say, guess what? Oh, no, no, do nothing about it. And it is so sad. It is so sad. When this hurricane happened, I went into what you call it, prep mode. Maybe not the right word to use, but when this hurricane happened, I started going on the drawing board and say, okay, I have to figure out what I need to do. Do I need to send barrels now? Listen, I've been upon a hurt long time, and we know how things go. There's a life experiences. Life experiences teaches you. I'm one of those person. Not saying I can't fall in any trap, no, right? But it's very rare for me to fall into a trap right now. So, okay, you're sending stuff for your family in Jamaica, and you say, well, guess what? A lot of people going to be sending off barrels now, and that's exactly what's happening. No, do I want my family to get the barrels? No, yes. But I know there's going to be a hole up. Not only that, not only a hole up, the fact that I send it for them now to get it, and the fact that you're going to hold it up down. I understand there's a process for everything. And I believe in process, you know, and policy as well. Because guess what? The policy, you have to go by it. But guess what? Typical Jamaicans, we don't follow policy. And that's the problem. And guess what? If me send my barrel and there's a policy to go through, but I have to do the entire policy while your friends or your links or the person that paid you money, them not follow the process, just me who not pay. Come not pay no money. I already pay my money. And it is so sad because it reminds me of something that happened to me going to Jamaica. There was some very important stuff that I needed to take care of in Jamaica. I already paid the money. Listen, I don't play games with my money. Me not play games with my money. You know, I'm not saying anybody else didn't work hard for theirs, but I value every cent of my money. You understand? And I'm very kind. I'm a very kind person. But if me still like your choice style, me remember I'm from Montego Bay. If I see like there's any form of scam is about to take place, or any form of like, hey, if you don't do this, well, you're not get this, automatically you trigger me. You understand? You trigger me. But as I say, guys, if you're just joining the live, or even if you're not staying, just hit the like button and keep pushing, because that would be great, right? But as I said this morning, I came on here just to talk about Hurricane Melissa and the saga that's going on. Now, guys, I'm using my Clinique SPF. So, just so you know, guys, I'm all about skincare. And also, I'm using my CeraVe moisturizing cream. So, I'm going to mix this with this. And today, I'm using this sunscreen. But yes, so let's go back on the situation in Jamaica. I not even remember where I was, but anyhow, we'll continue. Because this is, me not really suffer no script, you know. This is not a script. This is all natural. Right? See, I got all of them together. Maybe it's too much, but I don't mind because I don't like when my skin is dry. You guys can see the glow already, right? I don't play with my skin. Yeah, especially when you're almost that age, almost up there, so when they answer the struggle and then we soon reach us up. We now play with the skin. All right. So this is gonna take a while to rub out, so we can go and talk email because the CeraVe is kind of more the thicker type of cream, which is what I like about it because it helps the skin to be moisturized. So anyhow, going back to Jamaica with the situation or the motif out stuff, we don't distract from that because that's the original intent for this live. YouTube is suggesting something, so that's why I'm reading. I haven't come live maybe within a year, but something that kept me this morning say, hey, you need to go on, you need to speak your mind. Because let me tell you something, when I see the videos, oh, devastating Jamaica is. And listen, guys, let me tell you something. Some of you guys may have seen, videos where what I didn't see. And trust me, a couple morning will I wake up crying based on videos that I'm seeing. Right? I'm crying. And if you have a heart, and even if the tears are rolled down, if you have a heart, it going to come up in your eye and sit down right there. So, and once it goes so, it's going to run down. And it's very sad. Very sad. Now, I can understand if somebody wants to camp out and hang out outside, but we're not used to that in Jamaica. We're not used to that. I see some people, for instance, there's this person at my job. This person is American. No, I don't know American come on here try to bash me. I'm just saying something that particular person said. And maybe typical most Americans would think that. Stick up in right there. Okay, so typically, I'm not sure, and it's in knowledge is a thing. If you don't know, you just don't know, right? And once you don't know, people automatically assume. Yes, do we have a lot of board houses in Jamaica? Yes, we do. But do we have a lot of concrete houses in Jamaica? And when I say concrete, I mean real concrete deck house, nice house. Some of the houses in Jamaica, they look like villas. Do we have that in Jamaica? Yes, we do. So there's a misconception that the housing, well, not a misconception. They're saying that the houses in Jamaica are attached. We all see that on TV, right? And because of that, some people didn't know and they ran with it. So at my job, a man came to me and said, American, he said, I'm so sorry for you guys in Jamaica, and it's sad. And we wish that never happened. And I said, thank you, I appreciate that, because yeah, like you go accept that somebody actually show like they care. And he said right afterwards, right? He said, you know what? Because the houses are like that in Jamaica, this is why it was so devastating. Is he right? Kind of, yes or no? But if you guys watch the videos, even on my channel, I posted a video with there's this concrete house. This is if you're from Jamaica, then you know what I call a concrete house, full concrete roof, building with the what do you call it, the tank on top. No, was this house on a riverbank? No, it wasn't on a riverbank. Did they have a little stream? Yes, occasionally when rainfall, because I know this area, occasionally when it fall real heavy, then they would have some water running down, right? But this house wasn't on the riverside. It wasn't a river, so we're not even gonna call it. But guess what? Based off what Hurricane Melissa brought, the house looked like it was sitting on a riverbank. So people have this misconception that most of the houses were built on riverbanks. No, they weren't. Because that particular house is a concrete house. And I see that house turn over into the water. Can you believe that? No, you know how hard some of these people, and I'm not going to say so, majority of these people, guys, if you're here, I know you might not stay, but just hit the like button, thumbs up, and just keep pushing if you don't want to stay. But if you want to stay, you can stay. But if you see that video where the house turned over into the water, concrete house, looks like about 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, dining, kitchen, veranda. Imagine you took, say, 17 years typical, which is Jamaicans. We normally build like one room, and if you plan it out right, it come out real good. 1 room, bathroom, then the next room, and then you put the veranda, the living room, dining room, kitchen, whatever. And imagine it took you years to build that. And then Hurricane Melissa came and took that within hours, because it was one day. Within hours, Melissa took that. No, not only devastating, you can tell how torn those people are, because I can guarantee you the people that had deck roofs, and if you know, you know, if you're Jamaican, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. The people that has deck roofs, they thought they were safe. They thought they were safe because it's a hurricane. Once hurricane come and blow off your zinc, this is what typical Jamaicans were expecting, that the hurricane was just gonna blow the zinc off and that's it. But it took the deck houses. Houses are turned over. That's how bad the storm was. I don't even want to talk about the storm right now because we can get into that. Trust me. People go say, oh, conspiracy theory. We're not getting into that. We talk about how the storm did Jamaica. We touch on how Buju Banton and Daryl Vass situation, and I stated my opinion and I stand firm to it. Now, until Buju is proven otherwise with credibility, then I'll say, hey, you know what, he was wrong. But for right now, I'm standing with him. He said they stole his Starlink and his stove, and maybe there was some other stuff that was stolen, right? Maybe there was some other stuff that was stolen. But I stand firm with him. Not only Buju, and this is the thing, this is the thing. We keep touching on celebrities because they highlight it and push. But even before the hurricane, there was this YouTuber, TikToker that I watch. And she was saying the same thing, that guys, make sure after this hurricane, and nobody sit down on the people and things. And it's exactly what's happening right now. They're sitting on people things. So for me now, sending the barrels to Jamaica, it's not going to work. I have to wait till that rush. Because one thing with me, if you want to get me anxious, get me giddy and all that, have me stand in the line more than 2 minutes. I'll stand in the line, but I want to make sure the line is moving. But if I stand in a line for 2 minutes and it's not moving, then so I can't do it. So I'm waiting for that section, that big rush of barrels that's sent to Jamaica to push out. Then I send mine. You understand? I really want to be there to collect them. However, maybe that won't be possible because we know how the system is. I'm not going to say Jamaica. Maybe typically some places, most places. You send your barrels and them sit upon them, like the process. And that's the thing. That's the thing with Jamaica, man. The processing part, man, it takes. And you know what I think is happening? Because I went to Jamaica and I went to Social Security office. Am I calling it? TRN office. I went to TRN office and I was watching it. Trust me, the line was, oh God, massive. And there was one thing I like how they did it. They separate and send you. So, and I'm not straying from the Hurricane Melissa, which is what we came to talk about, but I'm just talking about the process in Jamaica. They send some people that way if you're doing certain things, send some people, but you typically have to come in that one line and then you get branch off to where you're going. For me, where I was heading in the TRN office, there's still a line. The only thing I can say now, when I went there, they had chairs and it was comfortable. Well, once a chair is available, you get to sit and yeah. But the process, the efficiency in Jamaica, man, I'm telling you. And what I noticed, there was this one guy outside. And what he did, he came to people and like, I saw him. And I was there with a family member, and the family member said, hey, if you don't want to stay in the line, you can give this guy and he will go in and he will get your stuff and come out back quick. And I said, what's the cost? And she said, well, it depends on what you're doing. It might charge you A, B, C, or D. And I'm like, okay, no, I'll stay in the line because I'm not paying for something that I can do myself. And these are the people that going in front of you and making the line longer. Because guess what now? Show him having links in there now. So I'm going and I'm giving links some of the money. So in links process 10, 20 something. So when you stand up out there, feel like, say, wait, nobody now work line now move. It's really not that. It's actually somebody in there getting paid to process. So there's a middleman and then process and bring it out. So when you're out, they stand up and you're so upset, like, what are they doing in there? They're actually working, But guess what? Not for you, because you didn't pay the extra money, even though you paid for everything already, or planning to pay for what you need to pay for. and this is how typical it is. No, you may not agree with me. This is my experience, so I can talk on it. This is accurate, and it's very credible. No, I think Buju Banton's situation should have been credible. Have I considered him to be a liar? No. He's been to prison before, and I don't remember, but I don't remember if he said he was guilty for whatever he went to prison for or not guilty, right? So actually, I don't have any knowledge of him not being credible. So if Buju say them take him Starlink and them take him stove, and this is not even a laughing matter, because this is serious, guys. This is not a laughing matter. And if he said they took his Starlink, they took his stove, and remember, guys, this is not even for Buju. This is for the Jamaican people. You understand? It's so good that we have these people to come here, gain something, and bring it back to we people in Jamaica. For me, I'm fortunate, thank God. I'm fortunate. No, I don't do things. Listen, if you're from Jamaica, all right, let's clarify this. I'm from Jamaica, and the way I grew up doesn't mean it's the way somebody else grew up in Jamaica, right? Some were less fortunate, some were middle fortunate, and some were higher fortunate. For me, I was less fortunate, so I value everything. But for me, growing up in Jamaica, we know all this thing on. So leaving Jamaica, coming to the US, look here, I'm grinding. And honestly, because guess what, one thing, you're not going to get me involved, no problem with the US government. You're not going to get me involved in no problem with the US government. And not only because that demand, and it was even before. I'm a strong believer of policy. You understand, the people them make you come to them country. I came here, I got my papers, everything's right. No asylum, just clarify that. I'm not bashing nobody with their asylum. We not do that. That's not what we're here for. But because we know some people go watch the video after and then go pick and choose and assume, we just to clarify certain things, right? But I'm here in this country, and let me tell you something. Is the opportunity still here? Yes, you gotta search and find. You know, you have to, I'm not gonna say have ambition, because we typically have ambition in Jamaica, you know? But I feel like some of the things that we don't like is that extra push. And this country, that's what it does. Guys, my alarm went off. So yeah, you have to do that extra push. So if you were doing, say, 80 in Jamaica, this country teaches you how to do double that. This country teaches you to do way more than 180. No, sorry, this country teaches you to be more than 80. You understand? So let me tell you something. Coming here, you can't just come and chill. Well, if you're coming and chilling, that means that you're doing something that you're not supposed to do, and you're still making money. I don't agree with anything criminal. That's my opinion. But for me, I have to come here and push and work hard. So me buying my stuff, thinking of my family, thinking of friends, thinking of other people too, because guess what? Not everything that I have is going to be for family. Say for instance, suppose I have some clothes, but I don't have, say for instance, suppose I have some 9-year-old clothes. I might have a good something with tags. You understand? Even gently wear stuff, gently wear. Because we're not saying no crap for Jamaica. We soon touch upon that. But suppose I have clothes that is gently wear and with new stuff. I send it down. I have no 9-year-old family member down there, girl or boy, for it to fit. None, right? I don't have nobody like that down there for it to fit. But guess what? I'm still going to send it down there for somebody else who need it. Because guess what? Sometimes we feel like, hey, this family don't need this or on. And you see the people want to send the crap them. No, we appreciate that you send in. And these are some Jamaicans doing this too. And we appreciate that you even consider. And I think there's a misunderstanding to going on the internet that, oh, no, send this and this not good. And then you have some people in the comments saying, oh, well, I'm sure, thank God, I appreciate it. No. If you know Jamaicans, you know Jamaicans. Like, people in Jamaica will make you look like you don't know if you dress. I tell you, I don't care which part in that country you're there. People in Jamaica will make you look like you don't know how to dress. And maybe you go say, oh no, not me, you. Trust me, Jamaican girls, them can dress. And you understand, most of them, I'm not gonna say all, they try to dress their kids good. You understand? Because of the situation we're having right now, it doesn't mean that you should send some crap to the people. You know, consider what you're sending. Good morning, Marley, Jamaica. Thank you for joining. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button. But yeah, if you know, say you're gonna send something, give somebody, man, give them something good, because you wouldn't want nobody to do that to you. You wouldn't want no one to do that to you. I'm guarantee you that you wouldn't want somebody to send anything crappy to you. And you have to put yourself in the shoes. No, and as we say, we have to dissect this from all different handles. Like, dissect it from all different angles. Maybe what I consider crappy, a next person wouldn't. And this is how we have to look at it, right? What I consider crappy may be like super to somebody else. And I can understand that. So it goes to who it's supposed to go to. But at the end of the day, not everyone in America here can afford it. And we have to consider that not everyone here in America who came from Jamaica can afford it. Some of them, trust me, some of them, they're living great. Some live in deso, and some live in deso. And we have to understand that. And if somebody that is living down here send you something, then if it doesn't go for you, you send it to somebody else. Send it to somebody else. Marley, Jamaica, I have Jordan and Air Forces that cost 100s, but they're old. Does that qualify as crap? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think they qualify as crap. Those, actually, not even because it's Jordans. It could be any other brand. It could be any other brand. But it depends on how beat out they are. And I just want you to understand. Are they beat out? And you know what I mean. If you're from Jamaica, I'm not sure where you're from. But if they're beat out, then yes, they're considered old. And even if it's white and the color change a bit, we know, say, well, no, that's still considered good. But based off the mud and all that stuff going on, based on all the shoes that get washed away, I guarantee that if you send that to Jamaica, it would be appreciated. And I want you to understand.